Good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday, September 29th, 2017. And yes, we're going to be coming to you guys live once again for the very first time since February 4th from the Stephen C. O'Connell Center on the campus of the University of Florida. The last time I came to you guys from the O'Connell Center, College Game Day was in town for Florida and Kentucky and SEC playing college basketball. And I nearly lost my voice the day after. I kind of nearly lost my voice after the Patriots won the Super Bowl that year and that season in overtime. But I'm thrilled to be back to do another montage for you in the O'Connell Center. It's been, let's see, September. So if this month, September, let's see, August, July, June, May, April, March, February. About seven months now since I came to you guys from the O-Dome for a montage. So this time, I would come to you guys from the O'Connell Center because our Gator volleyball team opens SEC play against Tennessee, which you guys will see on SEC Network Plus, which will be on the ESPN app. So make sure you guys don't miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So as of right now, our first Gator volleyball montage on this channel starts right now. So let's go back to the O'Connell Center, where our first montage started when College Game Day came to Gainesville. Let's go. Everybody. Line them up. Senior from Cold Michigan at number 4. Sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona, number 5, Rachel. A 5'8" senior from Pasadena, California, number 6. How about the Rose Bowl? A 6'1" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 7. On the home of the Derby. And senior from Ottawa, Ontario, number 15. My friend Mark's home country, Canada. Oh, Canada. And a 5'9" senior from Woodland, number 22. Towards the Gators students. Volunteer assistant coach for the Gators is Mike Cannon. Associate head coach is Sheila Wells. Associate head coach is Steve Hoops. And the head coach of your University of Florida is Mary Wise. Strike it up, man. Those are the Lions. The first service next. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play volleyball! And the cheering comes around. And the first serve is underway. Tennessee wins the draw. And nearly a first kill of the match. And a block, but the first point goes to Tennessee. Hey everyone, the third set just got underway. Florida took the first two sets, 25-17, 25-18, and now the third set's tied 1-1. And we'll see all after the match. Third set underway. Very good. And that, attack error point Tennessee. 16-13 now in the third set, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back to the O'Connor Center. First montage here since College Game Day came to town here on ESPN back in February. Nearly had a kill there. That is an attack error, 16-14.
Let's go Gators!
And the Gators call their first timeout all match. We're back with this timeout. And we start this next part of the montage with a Florida kill. Point, Florida. That is a Florida flag. And there goes another serve again. Right now it's 18-14, as you guys can see on the jumbotron right there. Between these guys right here, you guys can't see them very well. But that is the new wall-to-wall jumbotron. And it's the and now, all right, timeout Tennessee. We're back in a moment. All right, we are back, and now Florida is now 6 points away from winning this match in straight sets. Right now it's 19-15. And Masada with the kill, and that's a Florida point. 5 away from the match for the Gators. And now we're waiting for our next serve, and here it comes. Blocked! It is blocked! It is blocked! 4 from the match. Tennessee is out of timeouts. 21-15 so far. There it is again. Delay a kill for Florida. The ball goes up in the air. And that is a Tennessee point. (21-16). And Albert, the Alligators, coming down with the final 4 points of the match for Florida. And 21-17 in favor of Florida. And there's Albert E. coming down again. And Albert is going to Albert's here to say goodnight to all you guys watching home. And Albert, I'll see you tomorrow at the Swamp, sir. 21-17 Florida in the third set. And that is a Tennessee kill. I know Albert's going getting depressed there. Yep, and now it's 21-18. And made that 22-18. 3 for the match. All right, and now Florida is now 3 away from the match. And here we go. Here's the next serve, and off we go. Oh, that would have been a good service ace. Florida. It's still 3 for the match. 22-19. Florida, it's 2 for the match. That is another Florida kill. 2 for the match. There's the replay you guys see on the Jumbotron.
Here's substitution number 9, Nina Sokolowski.
And Florida with the substitution. Here comes Carly Snyder to serve. That is a Florida ace! Match point Gators! Already, yes!
Match point Gators.
Yep. This is for the match. And Ace Wilson! Game, set, match, Gators, game over! Ball game, Florida wins! There's your final score, guys. 25-17, 25-18, 25-19. We're still the O'Connell Center. Billy with you. See you tomorrow. Burn the swamp. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the match is over. Florida with a 3-set win over Tennessee, 25-17, 25-18, 25-19. Gators sweep the balls, and boy, what a match it has been. So, this montage is over, but another montage as our double montage continues tomorrow from this stadium right here, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, the Swamp. And we'll see y'all tomorrow from the Swamp. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, September 30th, 2017, and our montage doubleheader for Gator Athletics continue this morning between for the Florida football team this time, as they take on Vanderbilt at 12 noon on ESPN at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. and and not only that the Gators are going to have their football game as well, but we have two student Mr. Two Bitses for today's game, which I'll be coming to you guys from the stadium for that. Plus K Country's very own Lewis Stokes will be around for a couple of hours, giving you guys some good stuff and all that stuff. Plus I'll be with Jeff Cardozo and the voice of the Gators, Mick Hubert, as well. And we're gonna start off with like we always do, with the Gator football tradition, the Gator Walk. So let's go to the stadium right now as our montage doubleheader continues right now. What's up, buddy? Hey! Go, Gators! All right. Go, Gators! Go, Gators! Come on, Gators! Get up and go! Go Gam, guys! Go Gam!
Get him, guys!
Go Gam!
Get him, guys!
Go Gam, guys! Good job on the Hail Mary last week, man!
Get him, guys!
Go Gam, man! Well done!
Get him, guys!
Go Gam!
Get him, guys.
Go get him. Go get him, man. Go get him. Go get him. What's up, man?
Get him, guys.
Go get him.
Go get him, guys.
Go get him, man. Go on, get him.
Get him, guys.
5-5-4 to you.
Get him, guys.
Cheer for the team and play. On to the goal. We'll find a way with Florida. Go Gators! Go Gators! Go Gators! Come on, Gators! Get up and go! And down, my friends, is the Gator Walk. Right there. All right, everyone, the Gator Walk is officially over. We will be right back to kick it up with Jeff Cardozo and Mick Cooper and K-Country's very own Louis Stokes. So stick around. Spin the wheel.
To you. Breakfast at what, about 6:30?
Good morning, yeah, it's ready to go.
And already starting to get hot. Brady's fanning you, making sure you're nice and cool.
I think I'm getting the backside of that fan.
That's right.
I've gotten the backside a few times.
Sure, no doubt. Well, the Kentucky Wildcats got the backside of the Gators once again. 31 consecutive years that this has happened, and I don't know if it was ever in jeopardy, but really nice to see the Gators play well down the stretch.
Yeah, it is, and you know, you have to just enjoy it for what it is, and you know, sometimes we take sports way too seriously. As I've often said, you know, we get paid to work in the toy department of life. I mean, really, it's serious business over there, but really, in the grand scheme of things, hey, it's an athletic competition. Having said all of that, you know, it's fun to win games. I mean, as I mentioned on the television show this week, you know, with again, tongue-in-cheek, that when it comes to the Kentucky series, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
That's right.
After 31 years,
Sure.
we still manage to beat them somehow, some way. They're not always the prettiest, but hey, you know, you don't get any more points than what you get for just winning a game. You don't get double victories. You don't get any extra. You don't get double miles. You get one win, and that's what you got.
And things were a little prettier when Luke Del Rio came in the game, and it's no knock on Felipe Franks. Certainly, without Felipe Franks' arm, the Gators maybe don't win that Tennessee game, but you could see the difference with Luke Del Rio and being around, and you know, you've been doing this for 3 decades, so you're going to be way better than the guy that's just getting started. So I think Luke Del Rio, that same thing. He can see things that Felipe hasn't seen, understand the field, understand protection. So I think at least the Gator fans are looking up with what he can bring to the table.
Yeah, it's just a matter of perseverance. I mean, that's what it is. It's choose the path of perseverance, not the path of least resistance. And that's what he really has done. I was in favor of Felipe Franks to start the season because he was coming off, Del Rio was coming off a knee and a couple of shoulder surgeries. So Franks passed him up in the spring and the summer. I thought it was right. And then I also thought after the third play of the third quarter against Michigan, he got pulled, Franks. I thought maybe he could have gone back in and played. And I thought I was glad to see him start against Tennessee. I was glad to see he was given the chance to play the entire game. This is the lead up to, obviously, when Del Rio came in the game, things changed. I mean, we run 39 plays on offense in 3 quarters, and then we run 24 plays alone in the fourth quarter and gain 150 yards. Something changed. So I think he deserves to be the starting quarterback. And as you alluded, he does see the protections and makes the reads and the calls. And we just had a little sense of urgency, a little expediency there, and things started working better. It's not that he went out and was 12 for 14 for 225 yards. He didn't do that, but he made a couple of critical throws and a lot of the intangibles. And as Jim McElwain really said from day one, back in 2015, when talking about the quarterback position, he was quick to say repeatedly, can you make the other 10 guys around you better? Well, I think in that instance, in the fourth quarter, he made the other 10 guys better, and and Florida all of a sudden had a sense of some offense, and hopefully that'll carry over today.
Well, and Nick, the number of plays is big, and I've heard you mention on the broadcast before about the right around 60 if the Gators get more or less.
Yeah.
So that's a big number. So to be able to have that kind of effect and run that many plays in the fourth quarter, that's a big reason why they won.
I think so. I really think so. The interesting thing about it was in last week's game, all the way through, I kept chronicling the fact that the Gators were actually ahead in yards per play. It wasn't like we were at 2.8 yards a play. We were like 6.5, 7 yards per play. The problem was we were always 7 to 10 plays behind Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't getting to run enough plays. So that means you got to, you know, it's the chicken or the egg. Third down conversions. Well, we got to get better on that. Well, how do you get better on third down conversions? Do better on first down. Don't always put yourself in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. So I just think the consistency of moving the football helps you and keeps you on the field. And we know going into this season, I think our defense has played okay. I think it's better than the statistical numbers point out because the sample size is too small right now. And the Gators haven't played any cupcake teams to help pad those numbers. These numbers are real Power 5 numbers, and they're not very good. I thought the Gators had a chance to be a top 20, top 25 defense. We're far from that right now, statistically speaking. I didn't think we were going to be a top 10 defense as we've been the last few years. So having said that, knowing you're going to allow a few more points, doesn't it stand to reason your offense is going to have to do more? You're going to have to score more points. We're not likely to be consistently winning games in the teens like we've been able to do in the past year. So we've got to score a little more. So our offense has got to help out this defense. This defense has a good future, but they're playing so many young guys, especially on the back end. Yeah. And until that becomes a little better, you're going to have to expect more out of this offense. And I don't think it's too much to expect more on offense. We got no place else to go. We're still sitting there in triple digits. I don't know where offensively we're still at number 100 in points and 112 in total yards. I do think we have the ability to get to up 30 or 40 spots. Well, hopefully we can do that.
And if that's going to happen, they're going to continue to get the ball into those young playmakers' hands. We saw Malik Davis and his coming out party, maybe all the carries he got down the stretch, Kadarius Toney, and running the ball, catching the ball, throwing the ball. So he's almost a triple threat now. So they do have those playmakers, and now with Del Rio in there, we could see that open up more.
Yeah, I think so. And, that also speaks to the number of plays. I mean, people say, well, how come we're not getting the ball in the hands of the playmakers? Well, when you're running 39 plays in the first 3 quarters, there's not a whole lot of plays. There's only one football, and you say, well, he's supposed to be a playmaker, he's supposed to be a playmaker, he's supposed to be a playmaker. Well, the problem is we're not playing, we're not getting enough snaps. So, again, if Del Rio can get this offense, back with a little sense of urgency and get more plays, you'll have a chance to get to other guys the ball. And isn't it somewhat ironic that if that happens, it might be because we don't just have one quarterback. We just don't have the ball coming back to Del Rio. It might be coming back to Powell. Right. It might be coming back to Dre Massey. It might be coming back to Malik Davis. It might be coming back to Kadarius Toney. So I think we're going to see a little bit more of that modified Gator package moving forward.
Well, Mick, you mentioned the defense and maybe some of the struggles linebacker and occasionally on the back end with Kentucky and what they did. Where they have been good is up front. And you look at the sack numbers getting to the quarterback. I'm sure that's going to be a big part of today. We know Ralph Webb, the Gainesville kid, he's coming back into the swamp in front of the home crowd. The last time he'll get to do that at the collegiate level. So is it all about stopping him and how those guys play up front?
Yeah, and I think here's the thing that you have to understand, too. Derek Mason, the Vanderbilt head coach this week, basically called out his offensive line and said, you guys are soft.
Wow.
Now, when the head coach publicly goes out and says, you guys are soft, and they went in pads on Monday, full pads on Monday at Nashville. So I don't think Vanderbilt is going to come out with a soft mentality today. And that's been part of the fallout to that it's affected Ralph Webb. As great a runner as he is, he's not gotten on track. He hasn't run for over, 54 yards in a game this year. That kind of worries me a little bit because this could be the perfect recipe for him to go get on track today coming back home. And he's averaged 103 yards a game rushing in the 3 games that he's played against Florida. So we've got to tackle better, and that means the defensive line has played well. But we've got to set the ends a little better too. We can't let guys start at the inside and then bounce out and get big runs. And we've had guys do that. The backup guy, Kentucky, Saheem King, he was able to do that. John Kelly was able to do that. So we've got to contain the edges a little better. But then once it gets deeper, we've got to tackle better. I don't have any statistics in front of me, but I don't know that we can't be more than one or two teams in this league, probably, that's tackle worse than the Gators have. So we can't have so many missed tackles, and that's obviously a point of emphasis. And, you know, it's unfortunate, but when you're playing back there in the back end, I mean, you're the safety for a reason. You can't have safeties missing tackles, because otherwise it's, that's a big problem.
Well, and I did hear Chris Rump this week make the comment of, hey, we're trying to make those Sports Center type hits. We just need to bring guys down. And that's been a big part of some of the issues. Well, no issues for this crowd, Mick. A great crowd here, bright and early, which is cool to see inside the Swamp. And I think just for everybody to get another home game, we're going to get 3 of these in a row. So get back into this routine and get back to having some fun inside the Swamp is a really cool thing.
It's going to be great today, and then next week, obviously at 3:30, and then Texas A&M coming in 2 weeks. So 3 in a row. And I think, as Pat Dooley said earlier this week, it's only the second time it's ever happened. 3 straight SEC home games, 3 weeks in a row. So let's make some hay here while the getting's good.
Yep, and you guys out here can bring those radios in and listen to Mick and Lee. Make the call on the Gators IMG Sports Network. That's the voice of the Gators. We'll be back.
Oh my! Oh my!
It's the biggest week of the
Guys, ready for the 2 bits? I know I am. Let's get to it. 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All for the Gators. Stand up and holler! What the hell's wrong with this weather today? Bait! Gator bait! Come on, Gators! Yes, nice stop. No gain.
Hand off to Kari's left.
And the rain starts to pour down again.
Stop for the Gators. No gain.
Come on, Gators, did a big stop on 3rd and 6. Let's go! 3rd and 6 at the 25. Damn it.
linebacker out there on those feet.